Hi everyone, so a few of you requested me to do a comparison of the two Urban Decay naked palettes, the first naked palette and the second naked palette, and I was going to do it in a blog post, but I thought no, it would be better to do it in a video. I can kind of talk about it better. So this is what the two of them look like. The Urban Decay Naked Palette was one of Urban Decay's most best-selling products. They absolutely adored it. Everyone who loves eyeshadows and loves neutrals just thought that this was perfect, everything you'd ever need, and all that kind of thing. And I'm going to just kind of talk about different aspects of both palettes and compare them. So packaging-wise, what do I prefer? Packaging wise, I think the packaging of the Naked Palette 2 is a lot nicer because it's a lot sturdier. This one's got a kind of velvet cover on it and things get stuck to it and it looks a bit icky, but it's kind of more flexible and the packaging is just not as nice. I like the Naked Palette 2's packaging a lot better, but it does kind of feel like the mirror could break in it. Then in terms of availability, this you could buy on most Urban Decay stands when it came out, but it did tend to be sold out in most places, but you could find it. I found it in store. This was really hard to find, and at the moment the only place that I know that has it is the Debenhams website, in the UK that is. In terms of what it comes with, both palettes came with little extras. The first Naked palette came with a baby primer potion and a double-ended liner with Zero and Whiskey, which was a brown liner and a black liner. And the liner sort of sat in here and the little primer potion came at the sides. The Naked Palette 2 comes with a double-ended brush, so it's got a crease brush and a kind of shadow brush and a little mini lip gloss. Personally, what I think they should have done is both palettes should have come with a primer potion and a brush. The liner was a little bit iffy for me and the lip gloss that this came with wasn't particularly nice. The brush is good quality. I don't really like the primer potion, but a lot of people do, and I think when you're giving something like this, to give an iconic product from the brand such as the Urban Decay Primer Potion, it's just a really smart move because it kind of reminds you of what brand it is, and it's meant to work well with their shadows because it's an eyeshadow primer after all. And I think that they should have given a primer potion instead of the little lip gloss. But I do like the brush. I'll show you the brush it comes with. It's a nice quality brush. It says on it Urban Decay Naked 2, and you get the little crease side and the little shadow side, and it's gold, so it's very, very pretty. Then in terms of shades, one of the most important things, the first Naked palette has got much warmer toned shades, and the shades that this comes with are Virgin, Sin, Virgin, Sin, Naked, Sidecar, Buck, Half Baked, Smog, Dark Horse, Toasted, Hustle, Creep and Gunmetal. My favourite colours in this palette happen to be Buck, Smog, Half Baked and Toasted. They're my favourites in this palette, and it's much more of a warmer toned palette, so good if you've got a complexion kind of on the warmer side like I have. These tend to kind of really complement brown and green eyes, the colours in here. Then in the Naked Palette 2 you get Foxy, Half Baked, which is the same one from the original Naked palette, which I think is really naughty. Maybe it had like a big demand or something, but I think it's really, really ridiculous that they've put the same colour in both palettes. That's just a really strange one for me. Then you have Booty Call, Chopper, Tease, Snakebite, Suspect, Pistol, Verve, YDK, Busted and Blackout. Blackout is a really deep black, and as far as I can tell it looks matte as well, which is good to have a matte shade, and this one has got more matte shades in it I think than the other palette. This one's got 3 matte shades, and the original Naked palette I think has only got 2. Yeah, the original Naked palette's got only 2 matte shades. Naked and Buck are the only matte shades in here, and this one's got 3. Foxy, Tease and Blackout are all matte. So that's good. But if you kind of look at them side by side, you get to really see that they are very, very similar, and they both have similar issues. For example, I find that all the shimmery colours from both palettes cause major fallout. So if you're working with the shimmery shades, you do need to put some tissue underneath your eye, or do it first and then do your foundation, which I don't like doing at all. And I used the Chopper shade a couple of days ago, and it left me really, really uber shimmery all over, and I didn't appreciate that. But they are really nice. They are quite similar, and in my opinion, I think this is a great winter palette when you're a little bit paler and you want a kind of interesting eye but a little bit more understated and not as warm and shimmery and glamorous. And this is a great summer palette because the colours in here are a lot more kind of warm and gold and glowy, and can kind of create that really shimmery, lovely, glowy eye. So I would definitely say that this is more of a kind of summery palette. And I don't really like the grey shade in here. It's a little bit, it doesn't particularly go with many of the other colours, but that's okay. As for my favourites in each palette, in the first Naked palette, my favourites were, I said what my favourites were, didn't I, in here? Toasted. And then in this palette, my favourites were Chopper, Tease, Snakebite, and Busted and YDK I've used as well, and they're really nice. Haven't used Blackout yet. I'm going to use that soon. But Pistol I think is a really unusual colour because it's kind of like a khaki green. This one right here, it's showing up grayer, but it's not. It's kind of like a khaki green, and I think that's a really, really unusual colour. But I definitely think that if you are a makeup lover, you're going to want both, no matter how many times people say you don't need both. And let's be honest, we don't need both. No one needs both these palettes. It's a question of whether or not you want them. And the way I like to look at it is, one is a great summery palette and one is a great wintry palette. I'm going to be enjoying this one during the winter, and then in summertime I'll probably whip this one out and enjoy kind of having more pretty kind of summery bronzy looks. And this one is just a good one to have in the winter time because you can kind of create a soft yet smoky eye, and like, I don't like a lot of shimmer in the winter time, and this is really good for that type of thing. But they're both great. Both, if you are a neutral makeup lover, you're going to love them both, and I think they're a good thing to ask for as a gift or something like that, and I would really recommend them both. I haven't got a favourite, but if you're a normal person as opposed to a makeup addict, you don't need both. You're fine with the original one. But if you fancy a little addition, then the Naked Palette 2 is great, especially this time of year. And yeah, that's my input on the 2 Urban Decay Naked Palettes. I hope you found this useful. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below and I will get back to you. Hope you all have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.